So I just want to tell you my story. I spent a lot of time teaching adults how to use visual language and doodling in the workplace. And naturally, I encountered a lot of resistance, right? Because it's sort of considered to be anti-intellectual and counter to serious learning. But I had a problem with that belief because I know that doodling has a profound impact on the way that we can process information and the way that we can solve problems. So I was curious about what is the disconnect between the way that our society perceives doodling and the way that the reality is. So I discovered some interesting things. For example, there's no such thing as a flattering definition of a doodle. In the 17th century, a doodle was a simpleton or a fool and a Yankee Doodle. In the 18th century, it became a verb and it meant to slander or ridicule or to make fun of someone. In the 19th century, it was a corrupt politician. And today we have what is perhaps almost offensive definition, at least to me, which is the following. To doodle officially means to dawdle, to dilly-dally, to monkey around, to make meaningless marks, to do something of little value, substance, or import, and my personal favorite, to do nothing. No wonder people are averse to doodling at work. Doing nothing at work is akin to masturbating at work. It's totally inappropriate. Additionally, I've heard horror stories from people whose teachers scold them, of course, for doodling in classroom, and they have bosses who scold them for doodling in the boardroom. There is a powerful cultural norm against doodling in settings in which we are supposed to learn something. And unfortunately, the press tends to reinforce this norm when they're reporting on the dueling scene who know of an important person and a confirmation hearing and the like. They typically use words like discovered, found out, or caught as if there was a criminal act, as if there was some sort of criminal act being committed. Additionally, there is a psychological aversion to dueling. Thank you, Freud. In the 1930s, Freud thought that could analyze people's psyches based on their doodles. This is not accurate, but it did happen to Tony Blair at the Davos Forum in 2005, when a doodle was, of course, discovered, and he was labeled the following things. Now, it turned out to be Bill Gates' doodle. And Bill, you here, nobody thinks you're megalomaniacal. But that does contribute, right, to people not wanting to share their doodles. So here's the real deal. Here's what I believe. I think that our culture is so intensely focused on verbal information that we're almost blinded to the value of doodling. And I'm not comfortable with that. And so because of that belief, that thing needs to be burst. I'm here to set it all hurling back to the truth. And here's the truth. Doodling is an incredibly powerful tool. And it is a tool that we need to remember and to relearn. So here's the real definition for doodling. And I hope there's someone in here from the Oxford English Dictionary because I want to talk to you later. Here's the real definition. Doodling is really to make spontaneous marks to help yourself think. That is why millions of people doodle. Here's another interesting truth about doodle. People who doodle when are exposed to verbal information retain more information than their non-doodling counterparts. We think doodling is something you do when you lose focus. In reality, it's a preemptive measure to stop you from losing focus. Additionally, it has a profound effect on creative problem solving and deep information processing.